Hi, I'm Carrie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a VR to Rochelle at Amethyst Ascension. She has been doing this really fun series on her channel called Storytime, a Tarot Adventure. And I think she has 3 or 4 on her channel now. And I've been wanting to get around to doing one, and so the one I picked of hers is the one that is based in the Mysterious Mansion, because I thought that would be a perfect story to start out with as we're moving into spooky season. But anyway, be sure to check those out on her channel. She writes the stories, and then she puts a prompt in there to tell you when to pick cards and how many cards to pick to help move the story along. It's really fun. I think it's a really cool idea to do. It's a really fun way to play with your tarot cards, to maybe come up with different meanings for the cards depending on what the prompt is for, you know, that part of the story. And I don't know, I just thought it was fun, and I am going to play along. So I am using the new Vampire Tarot to do this story. Oh my God, I'm losing my words. Okay, so I'm going to read you her story, and then we're going to pull some cards for it. You get invited to a weekend event at this beautiful yet mysterious mansion that sits outside of town in a remote but gated area. It has sat vacant and overgrown for as long as you can remember. The invitation you received is for you and one guest. Draw one card to see who will accompany you. And one popped out already. So we have the Ace of Cups is coming as my guest. So I'm bringing with me a brand new relationship. So I'm going to say that I met a new guy and we just started hanging out with one another. And yeah, I invited him to come along with me to see, you know, what this whole thing was about. You travel to the location, and upon arrival, the gate automatically opens for you. You proceed to the front parking area where a middle-aged butler is waiting for you with staff to grab your luggage and show you your rooms. As you enter the mansion, you are completely overtaken by how magnificent and elaborately decorated it is. You then become struck with a peculiar smell, and your heartbeat begins to increase as a vision fills your mind's eye. Draw 3 cards to explain your vision. Well, cards are flying out already. So we have the King of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 9 of Cups. Just want to make sure you can see them. Okay, so what do I get with this vision? The very first thing I get, since the High Priestess is here, is I'm going to say this vision is showing me one of my past lives. So somewhere in this, I have some sort of attachment, I believe, to this place. With the 9 of Cups, I'm going to take this as possibly me here. And with the King of Pentacles, I'm getting a very sugar daddy type energy. And I feel like I was like in the lap of luxury, and I was well taken care of, and I was given anything and everything I could possibly want or need. And like I said, I believe I'm attached to this mansion. Perhaps me and this King of Pentacles here had a previous lifetime in this mansion, and he took a lot of care of me and made sure that I never wanted for anything. You regain your composure and proceed to your rooms, and your guest is shown to their room that sits right across the hall from yours. You enjoy looking over your room at old pictures, beautiful draperies, and then proceed to lay down on the large, luxurious bed to see how comfortable it is. Sorry, I gotta go to my next screen. You stretch your arms out really big, taking in your surroundings, and then you hear a knock on the door. You answer the door and find your friend is standing outside with a bottle of wine and a big smile. He probably thinks he's going to get lucky. But anyway, you both decide to indulge in some wine, and you proceed to tell them about your vision. Shortly after, there is another knock on the door, and a staff member ushers you and your guest to the main area, where you are also greeted by many other guests who seem oddly familiar, but you just cannot recall who they are. A couple of staff members appear and begin taking all the guests on a tour of the house and relaying the entire history of this enormous estate. Draw 3 cards or more to tell the history of this place. Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, and the Fool. 3 cards or more to tell the history of this place. Well, back in the day, I feel like this mansion was full of excitement and had a lot of good memories that happened here. It was a stable part of the community, and with the Fool, I get that it was like new money that had bought this estate and moved into this community. I don't feel like it was old money that was passed down, because I've got the Fool over here. So what I do feel is that they created a legacy here within this community before this mansion fell into ruin, and they supported a lot of let me pull another card. So yes, they supported a lot in the community with this Ace of Pentacles. This new money came in and did a lot to support the community. With the 4 of Wands here, I kind of feel like this was the place to be. This was the invitation that you wanted to receive, was to this mansion. Everybody wanted to be a part of this experience with this family. Immediately after the tour, dinner is ready and waiting for the guests. They are shown to a massive dining room that is in the center of the mansion, with no outside windows. The dining table is long and opulent, filled with lots of decadent dishes and cutlery. All of the guests have assigned seats so that they could converse with people they just met. The setting is dark and intimate, filled with tons of lit candelabras and wall sconces to illuminate the room in dancing shadows and a warm glow. The host is announced and appears from out of the dark shadows by the room's entrance, and sits at the head of the table, accompanied by his wife, who sits at the other end. There is something about these people that also seem eerily familiar, but also very unsettling. Who is this host, and why has he invited me? I ask myself. So who is the host? We have the Magician for the host. So the host, what I feel, is actually a reincarnation of this King of Pentacles. Since this is the Magician card, and you can kind of conjure and create what you're wanting in your life with these. So that's what I feel. I feel like the host is a reincarnation of the King of Pentacles, who I had a relationship with in my vision. Why does he seem familiar? Well, I kind of answered that, but let's shuffle the cards and see. He seems familiar because he is the King of Pentacles. He is the person from my past life vision who broke my heart. He destroyed me and took the life that I was used to away. I'm going to pull another card. Yes, that is exactly who he is. He is the King of Pentacles that broke my heart because there was another woman involved. He had to make a choice between me and his family, the woman that he was committed to, and I felt used, and he just destroyed everything about me. So why do these other guests seem familiar? Why do these other guests seem familiar? Okay, I have two cards that popped out. We have the Nine of Swords. Oh, and the Ten of Pentacles. These other guests were also part of this past life of mine. They are part of his family. They are part of his family that have reincarnated to this period in time, and some of these guests are actually here in this time. They are generations old, and they contributed to this nightmare that I lived by pushing him to choose her, someone that they felt was more stable and a wife that would give them the legacy that they wanted for the family rather than stay with me. So why has he invited me here? He has invited me here to show me that he is back, that he is here again. And what I feel like is almost like he is, you know, reliving this moment over and over. He sees it as a victory, though, because his family went on to be very successful, and that's not necessarily how it would have been if he would have stayed with me in this past vision. But yes, he's here to show me the successes that his family has had because of the choices that he made back then in staying with his wife and his original family, and shoving me, the mistress, off and out the door. That's why he's invited me here. What has your inner vision revealed to you? Well, my vision has revealed to me that I never got over this. I never got over this pain and suffering that he put upon me by not choosing me, because he treated me so well, and he made all these promises to me of what our life was going to be, and then just gave me up the minute his family wanted him to. So I am still carrying that grudge. I am still carrying that anger and resentment from a past life into this lifetime. So what is my next step? Oh, I'm angry. I've got the Ten of Swords here. I am ready to take him out. I am ready to take him out at all levels, to destroy him all over again, and have him suffer the way he made me suffer, because all those feelings and all that imagery from the past has now flooded into me, and I am having a hard time determining what was then and what is now, because I am connected to all of this, and this house brought me back to all of this. What should I do? Let's see. So the Two of Cups, I could possibly try to rekindle what I had with him, even though he's got this young, beautiful wife now. That's okay. I could try to rekindle that. Or maybe I could let bygones be bygones. But there's too much of a connection between us. Let's see what I end up choosing to do. Oh, I'm taking him down. There's the Tower. I'm burning the house to the ground. It's done. It's over. I'm going to get my revenge in one way or another, and that's what I've decided to do. I've decided to take him out here with the Tower and show him that vengeance is best served cold, I guess. So that's what I end up doing. And then I probably face consequences shortly after that. Thanks so much to Rochelle for doing this Storytime Tarot. Like I said, I really enjoy watching hers. I'm going to link this story of hers below for you to check that out, but make sure you check out the rest on her channel because they're really fun. I like playing with my cards this way. It's just something fun to do rather than doing serious readings all the time. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you being here, and if you like this content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel, and if you want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe. So until I see you next time, bye.